I've been thinking about taking up smoking.
Ew. Why?
Because smokers get a break.
Smokers also get lung cancer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put into words what it feels like to want to do art, but also to never do it. I want to understand myself better, and I want to understand why I get so tired and so stressed that I never want to pick up a pencil anymore. I'm also trying to write this video without sounding really pretentious or like this is some type of major life problem. Because to be clear, my life is in a great place right now. I'm just tired. Lately, my stylus feels so heavy, and my phone and my controller feel so light. Which sucks, man, because the less I do art, the guiltier I feel, and in turn, the more tired and the more stressed I get. I feel like those pictures of the snake eating its own tail, the Ouroboros. It's like a nasty Ouroboros of stress, guilt, and fatigue that captures me far too often. I want to cut the head off of this snake, but I just can't seem to find where it is. So, what is the problem? I'm starting to think this isn't just a video for me. It's kind of like my own form of therapy.
Describe your life for me.
Okay. Well, I live with my fiance. We bought this place like a year and a half ago. We're getting married next year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep going.
Okay, well, I have a cool job. My friends are great. My family's really supportive of like everything I do. Honestly, sometimes I feel like my biggest problem is that I just can't spend enough time with people kind of proportionate to the amount to which I care about them. There's just like not enough hours in the day.
Jesus, shut up, dude.
What?
Are you kidding me? That's not an actual problem.
Wow. You're a terrible therapist.
Yeah, and you're bullshitting me. So what's the real problem, Wes?
I hate grindset influencers. I think the idea that if you wake up at 3 a.m. and do push-ups in your bedroom, that you have somehow found the secret to unbridled success under capitalism is idiotic at best and destructively insensitive at worst. But I do think they're right about one thing, which is that if you care about something, you make time for it. You make time for the people you care about because that's important. And when you don't, you feel guilty. This guilt is a reminder that the time spent with the people you love is worth it. I feel the exact same way about making art. I feel terrible when I don't give myself the time to do it. And I think that guilt is evidence enough that I love making art. That making art is deeply connected to my identity and how I see myself as a person, but also how I see the world around me. I've had this idea in my head that the real problem is that I've just got too many great things going on in my life to have time for art. How can I make art when I have a wedding coming up, when I put so much energy into my real job, when I need to make time for all of the people that I care about? The truth is, that's all bullshit, and I know that. I wake up 10 minutes before I need to leave for work. I spend an ungodly amount of time playing Pokemon, on my phone, and I am constantly looking for distractions from what I know I should be doing. Then I spend the moments where my mind is forced to be quiet, thinking about how much I have failed myself as an artist. Driving to work, thinking I'm a failure. Standing in the shower, thinking I'm a failure. Falling asleep, thinking I'm a failure. Instead of drawing, writing, filming, I distract myself with nonsense and then spend all the time I can't drown out the noise just feeling sorry for myself for not making art. The irony is that a lot of my important relationships are built on making art together, and so I can't even use them as an excuse to not make art. Frankly, I'm disgusted that I would use these relationships as an excuse for anything, but worst of all, to not do art, which brings me back to the real problem. The guilt, the loathing, the self-hatred, the head of the Ouroboros. You know when you haven't seen a friend for a while, and the longer it is between now and when you last saw them, the weirder it feels to try to reach out? It's like the not reaching out makes you feel guilty, but at the same time, you get paralyzed by the thought of facing that guilt. Well, I think it's time for me to face that guilt. So I'm trying this. Never fall to zero means that no matter what, whenever a day passes, I make some sort of progress toward my goals. I never fall to zero progress. So, in practice, not a day goes by where I don't write at least one sentence or draw at least one line. That way, I can't feel guilty because I did make art. Or at least that is how I am hoping it will work. Realistically, this is just a more well-phrased way of putting how I finished Wayfarers. I don't need to draw some crazy masterpiece every day, but I feel like I should give myself the opportunity. Which brings me to the other thing. I need to make opportunities. I need to get up earlier. I need to spend less time on my phone, and I need to stop distracting myself. But more importantly, I need to include people. Art is meditative, but it's also collaborative. My friend Peyton and I have been working on this comic idea for a while, but I know that I'm the bottleneck. My job is the art, and for things to move forward, I need to draw. We spend most of our time hanging out, just playing video games, and that's not just because Baldur's Gate is absurdly fun. It's because week after week, I have nothing to show. When I was younger, I used to use art as a way to connect with people. I need to do that again. I think it's more fulfilling that way. And I think it can get rid of some of that guilt I'm feeling. But I think there's something else I need to do, or else none of it really matters. I think you're right.
About what?
I am bullshitting you. I think I've been bullshitting myself, too.
You mean by pretending that this is therapy?
No. I mean, yeah, but no. I need to stop acting like my blessings are my curses. I think even when I have made art lately, I haven't been satisfied. And it's not because it's like technically insufficient or whatever. It's because I force it. I just haven't been honest with my art. And I'm starting to think that the opposite of forcing it isn't not doing it, it's making it bullshit. The reason I was able to write this video so quickly is because it's honest. Because I'm using art for what it's always been for me. Art is a way to connect with people, but it's also a way to connect with myself. It's not the thing that's making me stressed. It's the thing that relieves it. Art is important in so many aspects of my life, and I need to make more time for it.
I've been thinking more about the smoking thing. I guess I'm just thinking that it's not that different from what I'm doing right now. I think the breaks are the problem. It's like you take one too many breaks, and then you take more breaks, and they just keep coming and getting longer and less satisfying. Eventually the breaks themselves are exhausting. Smoking makes you tired, right?
I think so.
I don't want to be tired anymore.
You don't smoke.
No. But I think I'll try to quit anyway.
I feel good as hell.
Great.